Hello, my name is Mary Fels. I'm usually not the biggest selfie person or speaker, or I don't like talking to myself like that, but I'm really excited, or even like, dare I say, proud, a little bit proud of launching my new book, and I'm really excited for people to read it because I think it can really change people's lives. If they're receptive to it, to the information in there. So Match Aligned, 100 Human Insights on Why Less is More. This book will be released on the 14th of February with a big launch event at the Cercle Cité in Luxembourg City. The French and the German versions will come out in April, May. Also with a conference in French and Luxembourgish. So each version has its own launch event. I don't know. As I said, I'm not used to speaking to myself, but here you go. I'm too excited to not speak. So why did I write this book? This book is a natural, I would say, evolution of a profound transformation that happened within the last 4 years. A few years ago, I was diagnosed with with a very bad cancer diagnosis, a very aggressive cancer. So I shouldn't be here, and everything is very delicious when you know scientifically that you shouldn't be here. So everything tastes even more delicious in life. Cancer made me realign with myself, with my true self, to the point of redirecting my whole life totally. When I was in the middle of chemo, I was 47 kilograms. I didn't have hair, I didn't have eyebrows, I didn't have eyelashes. And this is the point, this is the game changer which changed my life, because all my life I hated myself. I was totally misaligned with my true self due to extreme violence. I sent my father to prison 17 years ago for extreme violence. So I had victim energy all my life. So people wanted to save me. and unconsciously I attracted people, relationships, friendships, opportunities in my life that were misaligned with my true self, because I was misaligned with my true self. And during cancer, during chemotherapy, the darkest days of my life, when my survival was very uncertain, when my youngest baby was 1 year old, I was told, that my life was nearly over. So in the middle of chemo, when I was not pretty at the eyes of society, I wrote a love letter to my body, and I reconciled with my body that I hated my whole life. And this love letter is inside here. So I reconciled with my body and back to me. I came back home to me. And this is a process that happened since that letter that changed my life, because, I have had a whole life just of bad luck. Punch, and then comes cancer and nearly kills me, to the point of finally making me love myself. And from that life-changing moment, it's a process, so it's baby steps, but since the last 4 years, I've been attracting only good things, good people, good opportunities. But it's not a matter of luck. It's just, I would say, which I obviously wrote about here, it's a matter of changing your perception. It's a matter of changing the meaning you give to things, the meaning you give to people, the reactions you have, because everything is shaped by this red thread that we're not aware of, that starts from childhood, or even before. Epigenetics will tell you that it starts even before you're born. Within your DNA, you carry the trauma of your ancestors. So, which I find very fascinating, scientifically speaking. But so I wasn't conscious of this red thread that was going through my life. that shaped me, the way I saw myself, the way I hated myself, the way I let people treat me, the way I treated people, the way I saw the world. Everything was shaped by this, by the unconscious red thread that was walking me through my life, taking things personally, being the biggest people pleaser ever, just because I didn't love myself. So Cancer, I say thank you to Cancer today, to the point of making me fall in love with life all over again. And I think life is delicious when you nearly lost it that closely. So you know, I have so much love for life that I just needed to write again. I wrote my first book while going through unbelievable circumstances. Within 8 weeks, I wrote my first book in the hospital while going through chemo. So physically, totally, you know, broken. Like broken is an understatement. So this is why, you know, I have so much love for life that I wanted to share it, and if it can help just one person to turn their life around, you know, mission accomplished. So yeah, I hope to see many of you on the 14th of February in Cercle, Cité. That event will be in English, and the next conferences will be in French and then in Luxembourgish in springtime. So I'm really excited to launch it. It's 13 days to go, and I want people to read it. I just want people to read it. It's going to be very worth it. Thank you for listening to me to this. You know, thank you for supporting me. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for spreading the word, because your voice is your superpower. You know, we all have a voice. My voice is not any more special than anyone else's voice, but I just decided to be publicly vulnerable, publicly open, publicly transparent with everything I am, everything I embody, with no shame, with no guilt. You know, I am who I am. Like me, don't like me, I like me, finally. And I needed to see death to finally love me. So yeah, use your voice, You don't know what your voice, how powerful your voice is until you raise it. You know, when I raise my voice for a good cause, I don't speak about myself. I don't speak about my story. I really speak for all the people that do not have a voice. And you all have a voice. You all have a voice, and you don't know who's going through what in your network. You don't know your friends. You may know the smiley mask, but you don't know your friends, what everyone's going through, because we're mostly wearing a mask. And sharing things that can give hope to someone who's going through darkness is very powerful. And your voice in 2026 is a share button, which does not cost you much, but you can save a life, even because you don't know who's going through what. That people can tell you from my past who have always seen me as the clown and the smiley person and the funny one, and you know. And if you knew how grave the circumstances were during which I was the funny one and the successful one and the smart one and everything, the mask was very much perfected to be something that I wasn't at all, just to compensate the hell I was going through. So yeah, again, thank you for listening to me and sharing and spreading the word, and hope to see you on the 14th. Bye.